What's up, witches?
What's up? I'm Triscuit.
Okay, you have to leave this in. First of all, you have to leave this in. Okay. I will try to make this quick. We were working on the family house after that we are getting ready to sell. Or her sisters, her and her sisters are getting ready to sell. We aren't doing shit. Um and we wanted to be able to help. So I have a landscaping, lawn service, and horticultural background as far as employment goes, not a horticultural or herbal degree. But I have a long background in anyway. So I wanted to help the family by redoing the front yard. When we got there, it was a hot mess. Like the weeds and what grass there was like what 3-4 foot tall, and we took it down to nothing. And now we're
The weeds were as tall as me, babe.
okay. And now we're no they
Yes, they were. They were as tall as me.
anyway. Now it's down to dirt, but we still have to loosen it up to we have to till it to get it ready for seed. And the last time we were there, I was able to do about a third of the yard. We were able to do about a third of the yard before it got too hot. But one of the trips to get a Gatorade in the cooler from the backyard were her sisters, and one of her sisters' husband was redoing the pavers. Did a beautiful job, by the way. I went to grab a Gatorade and I said, you know what, I'll grab one for her too. But I wasn't talking to any of them, so it was kind of one of those things that you when you're
You're
talking
talking
to
to yourself.
yourself. So I guess basically mumbled it. And her second oldest sister said, "What? Triscuit?" And I'm like, "Excuse me, what?" She said, "You said you were taking something to Triscuit?" No. I said, "Let me get one for her. Let me get a Gatorade for her." I don't know how the hell she heard Triscuit, but it has since become a running joke within the sister group and one of the sisters' husband and me, of course. But yeah, so and then what was it? Losing what happened, but the sister that asked me, no, not the sister that asked me, the other sister said, "Oh, well, I mean, that's kind of accurate. It's a cracker, but very toasted
And
because she's
somewhat
of
salty.
and somewhat salty, Mexican descent." Um, so it's become quite the joke. And I can't believe you said that. I don't call you that. Like I haven't even called you that since the day of. It's like so. According to her sisters, her pet name now is Triscuit. Anyway, what's up, witches?
So
I'm John,
I'm Linda. And this
and
is Getting Witchy. And today is part 4 of our Major Arcana series. And before we actually dive into the cards, I do want to give a shout out to Linda Radcliffe for getting entered into our tarot giveaway. Y'all, if you want to get on this, do it now. Okay, don't wait until the last minute because this does end April 22nd. So go to our Instagram or our Facebook page, like the post that says which deck, comment with which deck you would choose for a reading, how many times to shuffle the deck, how many times to cut the deck, and your email address. Now, if you don't feel like leaving your email address for all the world to see, you can always email us at gettingwitchypodcast@gmail.com, letting us know whether it was the Instagram post or the Facebook post that you liked and commented on, and we will verify that information and get you entered in.
So is the spread already predetermined?
Yes, it's the Celtic Cross.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Because I noticed he didn't mention anything about, and at the moment, I don't remember the previous times we talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
But y'all, this is like the lottery. You can't win if you don't play. All right. So if you want,
And it doesn't fucking cost you anything other than your internet expense.
so get entered. You might win. Anyway, moving on to our cards of the day.
So the next card that we're dealing with is the Hanged Man. Now, this is one of those that we talked about. Well, that's actually upside down.
No, it's not.
It's.
He's the hanged man.
Can I see it?
He hangs from his foot.
Interesting. Because I have a deck that shows him hanging from a noose. Like normal, hanging from a noose.
No,
Okay. We will round back on this at another time. But yes, the Hangman card number 12. Yes. The element of water, which I'm not. I mean, other than draining all of the fluids out of his ass, I'm not sure how it's associated with water. The planet Neptune. The zodiac, again, water. The zodiac sign is Pisces, but it's only one of the water signs.
Yes.
Well, there are several that are several.
Well, yes.
The various signs.
Well, yes.
I know we've gotten into that before. Numerology, 1 + 2 = 3, connected to the Empress. Oh, and I love the number 3.
Yes, you do.
A prime number.
You also love your Empress.
Yes, I do. And the number 13, which is the number of the goddess. But moving on.
Yes.
The Hebrew letter of Mem, M-E-M. The primary principle is sacrifice. Well, I don't know if that. I mean, that looks more like torture or murder, but okay, sacrifice.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of those cards that we have mentioned before, where if you believe in the reverse definition of the card, either way, the motherfucker's hanging.
Yes.
He's hanging no matter what. And that's why I was so adamant about it, because the card that I've seen, I think, is that a Rider-Waite?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Then I gotta find that, because the one that I have of him like in a noose, you are literally hanging, whether you're upside down or.
But I mean, he's still hanging because whether.
Well, yeah, but it's a different. It's a different kind of hanging. That's all I'm saying. Shut up. Do you want to continue?
Sure. So at least with the Rider-Waite deck, the card description is: a man is suspended by one leg upside down from the tree of life. His free leg is crossed behind him, and his hands appear to be tied behind his back. He's not distressed, though. He's actually calm, almost pensive, and there is a yellow halo that surrounds his head. He's wearing a blue tunic with red tights and tan-colored shoes. The symbolism in the card: his arms and head basically make a triangle. The legs form a cross and an inverted 4. So, cross and then 4. The triangle and cross are the alchemical symbol for fire or sulfur.
But it's
What?
symbolic with water.
But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, remember,
I just
Hmm.
wanted to, you know, go ahead.
The T cross basically represents that what you seek is that which seeks. Um, the horizontal beam and the hinders, or are the limits of vertical beams. They break the dead into a dead end. Basically, the hanging is representative of, like, you need to take time to chill out. Okay, take some time to reflect and think about what it is that's happening right now, where you are in your life, where you want things to go. The yellow halo around his head represents reaching the highest of spiritual strength. His right leg, and I'm not sure if it's his right leg or our right leg, but if it's his right leg, it would be this one. Is representative of the conscious side. Oh, so actually it would, yeah, so it is this one. The cord around his right foot is a warning against snares of overzealous martyrdom and disabling obsession. So you don't want to go too far into things where you disable yourself. There is also a need for phases of scrutiny in which we turn ourselves and our values upside down. So sometimes it's good to actually look at the world upside down from how we normally look at it. Upright keywords, and this is upright, by the way, include waiting and shifting perspective. Now, if he should appear this way in your reading, then the keywords involved are going to be impatience and inertia, which basically means like you're going full speed and not really taking into consideration where you're going or what you're going to do once you get there.
Nobody does that though.
Sometimes people do, but
that was baby.
Yeah, I
that was sarcasm.
Oh.
That was.
I love you.
I love you. So, the next card is Death. Actually, oddly, one of my favorites. Card number 13.
Oh, gee, I wonder why it's one of your favorites.
Because I just, yeah. And element of water, as is Virgo.
Yes.
But its planetary alignment is with Pluto. Zodiac sign is Scorpio. And then, of course, with numerology, you take 1 + 3 and it equals 4, connected to the Emperor. The Hebrew letter associated with this card is Nun or Nun. I don't think it's Nun. I think it's Nun. It's Nun. The primary principle is transformation through ending and rebirth.
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely sounds something. Now, as far as the card description, it's basically a skeleton in blackish, silverish armor, depending on the angle of, the sunlight on it, but it's black and silverish armor, and rides a white horse through a scene of bodies that are either dead or close to death. He holds a black flag with a flower and ears of corn on it.
Yeah, you can't really tell here, but the little points on the flower are actually ears of corn.
The pentacle it's creating.
Yes. Yes.
Is out of the ears of corn.
Yes.
Beneath the horse lies a king whose crown has fallen from his head. A religious figure appears to be pleading with death while a child and young woman kneel nearby. In the distance, the sun rises between the 2 towers as a ship sails by.
Yeah.
And this is okay. So
this is one of the cards.
Imagine
teeny tiny details.
Imagine coloring that with that deck that we've talked about a couple times. Oh, no. I mean, yes, but oh my God, no. like this one card would, I mean, it would take me a week if I did an hour or so a day.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, and some of those
with all the
details are
detail,
super
it's like,
tiny.
anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, like, not sure if you guys could see it, but the ship that it's talking about is actually right there
And her finger.
where my finger is. That is
Tiny.
super tiny.
So you would need, like, now I know we mentioned like the gel pens. If you want to do the deck that you color in yourself. I know there are people that have the time and lack of distraction. Well, I distract myself, just like I just distracted myself right there, all the time. So if someone has the ability, you would need to get a gel pen and maybe dab it a little bit and
Right.
have one of those fine tip paintbrushes.
Ultra fine.
And then paint, but like, I still want to finish. Anyway, I'm sidetracked again. Symbolism. Would you like to?
Okay, so we're going to start off with the skeleton rider because he is pretty much the most prominent figure in this card. He warns against harshness and unjustified aggression. He encourages positive, consistent action. The white horse represents strength, vitality, and subconscious drives. White actually is representative of the completion of one cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. The contrast,
which makes sense for the white dress for a bride. It's not about purity. It's the end of one cycle,
right?
Beginning of a new.
Right. She's no longer just a daughter or single. She is now a wife.
I just find it humorous how the church or some religious groups identify the white dress as purity.
Well, okay, yes.
And virginity.
But there are other cultures that view other colors as representative of virginity and purity. And
Sure.
The fact that they are only focusing on it when it comes to women is highly disturbing. Because they don't give a shit about men being pure.
No, they don't.
But anyway,
moving on. Whole nother conversation.
The contrast between the black and white is representative of the great extremes in life. We have good and evil. We have,
like we just talked about.
Yes, just like we just talked about. The flag, the great flower, and the 5 ears of corn form a pentacle with one point facing downward, indicating that it is harvest time. So here's the thing.
Not bad.
The rider, no. And the writer is not necessarily here to
wreak havoc.
Exactly. He's here to bring in the harvest. So that which has been sown now needs to be reaped. The king with no crown, the king basically is lying on the ground. Here's his crown right here, or I think that's his crown actually. Equals the death of the ego and the end of worldly might.
We could use that right now.
Right.
In our world.
Negative aspects involved in this card include impotence and loss of control, whereas the positive aspects include basically the equivalent of tipping one's hat to death in respect. You're basically saying, I respect the laws of life and death. So this bishop right here, who is pleading with death, he doesn't have a staff with him, and the staff is usually a very important part of their cycle. So the fact that he doesn't have one is basically indicative of his final stage of development has reached a conclusion. The T cross or the Tau cross that he wears is equivalent to the greatest happiness and ultimate feelings. This little ship right here that is so freaking important but is so incredibly tiny, that is the ship that carries the souls from death to reincarnation.
Oh, you mean like
the ferryman?
Yeah.
Yes, on the river Styx. So right here, we've got the two towers. And they
again very small.
Yes, very small, but oddly somewhat important.
Yeah. Heaven's Gate.
Yep, they represent the heavenly gate,
not the
comet.
Well, yeah, not the
or the cult.
The cult that
no.
all drank the Kool-Aid
Yeah.
in the 80s or 90s or whatever it was.
Oh, right.
But it does represent the heavenly gate.
Yes. And the fact that death is not simply an end. Death is only one phase of life.
Yeah, it's just the beginning.
And then you have the eternal city, which you, again, super, super small. See that little black squiggly that looks like mountains? That is the eternal city. Right? So, and that is, of course, representative of eternal paradise that is said to return on the day of judgment. According to this card, when it comes up, today is that day, although not literally.
It could be about if you're struggling with something ego driven or emotionally driven, there's something dramatic going on in the family. Like there could be any number of things that's coming to an end.
Right.
It's not necessarily about a person's life or your life, but the situation, circumstance, drama, whatever, court decision,
right,
could be coming to an end.
And finally we have the gray sky, which I don't know if you guys can tell that the sky behind our little death rider is gray. It does warn against apathy and indifference with respect to death as a part of life. Y'all, when this card comes up, it doesn't necessarily mean death as in like literal death. It is an end of one cycle,
yes,
beginning of another. It's a transition card.
Yes. A powerful transition card.
And what is that that one quote? I think it's in Revelation about the black rider on the white steed, and his name was Death.
I've only read the Bible like half a dozen times. I don't remember the whole thing, so I can't quote that.
Oh, okay. Well, or if you're a Supernatural fan, Julian Richens, hello, thank you. What? Oh, come on, we've got Supernatural fans watching these. By the way,
goodness.
Team Castiel. What?
Upright.
Like this.
It means transformation and release, which is what we were just talking. It's not necessarily like physical death of you or somebody close to you. Right. It's the physical or metaphorical death of a situation, a dilemma, a problem.
And also something has come into manifestation, and now you're starting the next cycle,
right, of
what needs to come.
Now, reversed
like this
means you're clinging on to the past, refusing to change. Oh, and I recall something. What was that? When I used to go to AA years ago, before I realized, but anyway, if you have 1 foot in tomorrow and 1 foot in yesterday, you're pissing all over today. Clinging to the past.
Yes.
And then also fearful of the future, but
right.
You're disregarding what is important, which is right now.
Right. You're not really paying attention to what is happening right now.
I'm sorry that's what made me think of that. And I'm probably blushing right now because I'm feeling very warm, but yeah, that's what it made me think of. Like, if you have a foot in yesterday and you have a foot in tomorrow, you are not concerned about today.
Right.
Sorry.
So
they probably are laughing their ass off right now.
Well, at least we're entertained.
Temperance. I don't have much of. Just add alcohol. Card number 14. Element of fire. Makes sense. Planet of Jupiter. I mean, Jupiter could be a second sun, according to some physics theories. Zodiac sign of Sagittarius. So what is, do you know the characteristics of characteristics of Sagittarius?
No, but I know Devon is one.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Numerology, 1 + 4 = 5, connected to the Hierophant. The Hebrew letter Samekh, Samekh. The primary principle is self-control. Your turn.
Okay, so this card features an angel with fiery wings standing with 1 foot on land and 1 foot in water while pouring water back and forth between 2 cups. In the distance, there is a yellow sun shining amidst a gray sky over blue mountains. There is a path that leads from the mountains to the water, and the angel wears an amulet featuring a triangle inside a square, and the angel's head features a third eye. Now, the symbolism for this card, the angel on Earth represents that there is no way to get around the need to get grips with one's heavenly potential. So, like, if this card comes up, like, you really need to get in touch with that. There's no way around it. The triangle on the amulet represents femininity, and spirituality. The square that the triangle resides inside of represents masculinity and matter. Their opposite aspects being brought into a productive state of tension. You know, like procreating. Above the amulet, in very, very, very teeny detail, and I'm not sure if I can get it to where you guys can see it, but right above, right here, are the 4 Hebrew letters, JHVH, you know, which Jehovah or Yahweh. The fact that the angel is mixing the water between the 2 cups indicates that contradictions are resolved and reconciled by creating a potential difference between them so that things can flow. You're finding the right measure, which means that you're achieving the right state of tension and balance of 2 opposites. In this card, there are actually 3 different levels in relation to the angel. So in the below, the feet, you've got the poles of land and water, and they're still not reconciled. Like, one is a little bit higher than the other. In the middle, you've got the 2 cups, which means that the contradictions are finding a relationship to each other and the flow is starting to begin. And then, of course, you have the third eye, which indicates unity and a complete span of the differences, which is the wings. The path over here represents free will and life's plan. The aim is that the right tasks in life will basically bring us to a favorable conclusion, which brings us there to a warning against long-windedness, false ideas, and complicated procedures.
So don't be a blowhard.
Right.
Ego-driven.
Right. The blue water indicates spirituality, so mind and soul, which determines both the origin and the goal. The light blue of the sky warns us against naivety and wishful thinking. The blue mountains back here in the distance, just underneath the yellow sun, are a symbol of the marriage of heaven and earth. which, the unification, which runs through the card. The third eye of the angel and the sun combined basically indicate when the personal will and the will of fate come together, that great things are coming. And then of course we've got the gray sky itself, indicates a warning against unnoticed, forgotten intentions, and warns against indifference in respect of life's goals. It encourages us to adopt a neutral attitude. So it's not, you don't always have to be fiery, but you don't always have to be passive. Sometimes it's okay to be middle ground. The fiery wings of the angel indicate that the wings actually exceed the limits of the image. They go beyond the border. And that means that there are new possibilities that are always going to be there. There's no end in sight. Negative aspects included in this card they include purgatory, perfectionism, which, oh my gosh, yeah, people pleasing perfectionists right here. Flight into delusion, guilty. Positive aspects include purging, so getting rid of that which is not necessary, and combining the infinite with the necessary.
Now, upright, it represents, as you see it right now, upright, it represents moderation, harmony, and divine timing. So change.
Yes.
It represents divine timing. To me, says change. Something is, or is about to change.
And I can see that, but it could also be that if you have patience, if you have temperance, things are coming in the time that the universe sees fit.
Well, they always come in the time that the universe sees fit. I 100% agree. But it just that to me, seeing this card means that something's coming, just like with the death card.
If it's like this,
just like with the death card,
okay,
it's the same thing.
Okay, I can see that.
Now in reversed, it means imbalance. What the?
Where are you from again?
Florida, Georgia, New York. Imbalance. God damn, I did it again. It means imbalance. And pushing for results. So
imbalance and impatience, basically.
Yeah, you are not accepting of what is taking place. You don't trust that the universe has your best interests in mind, and you push for things. Now, I'm not saying don't do a spell or don't focus on a goal, okay, but when you go beyond that and really start pushing, and you'll know what I mean if you go too far and push too hard, because you will get the reverse of this card. You will have an imbalanced life because you will be solely focused on accomplishing that one goal to the detriment of dishes. Everything. Everything. Relationship, clothes, personal hygiene, like everything else, because you're pushing for results. Now,
probably the most misunderstood card in the whole deck.
One of my favorites, because it's also a derivative. It is a derivative of 3. Card number 15. The devil.
It's really not as bad as you think.
Element of water. What? What the what?
And you'll
Devil lives where? According to
in hell.
mythology and okay. His element is water.
We'll see, and this is why I think the church has it all wrong.
Mm,
But anyway,
well, that also goes back to the whole sword and
yes,
wand
right.
thing, or blade and wand, or
Right.
athame and wand. The planet is Saturn. Okay. Zodiac sign is Capricorn. That is a water sign, isn't it? Oh no, that's an earth sign. See, I'm not really good with, is it astrology?
Yes,
Yes.
but we're gonna get there.
Yes, we will. And I will learn with you guys because I want to. I just, other than what's your sign?
Stop.
Yeah, like stop. Just stop right there.
Do not enter.
So in numerology, 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6, derivative of 3. Anyway, connected to the lovers. Oh, Gemini. Then why isn't, anyway, we will, anyway. They are two sides of the same coin, one light and one dark.
And we are going to get into that when we discuss.
Yes, I know.
Symbolism.
That's why I just put, yeah. The Hebrew letter is Ayin or Ayin, Ayin. The primary principle is order versus chaos. Now, with the card description, it's not as detailed as others, even though it's a pretty vivid picture. A literal devil as partly human, but with horns, wings, and a beastly lower half, the bottom half of a goat, yes, basically. Stands atop a pillar holding a torch. A reversed
torch is right there.
Right. A reversed pentagram crowns him, which again is different from the other pentagram. From what card was that? Like we just talked about it.
Oh, death.
Death. Like it's using corn to create.
Right, but that one still had the 1 point down. This is 1 point down.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what I say. It's different though. This symbolism for this upside down pentacle is different from the symbolism of the other one. That's all I was trying to say. So, okay. Beneath the devil stands a man and woman who are chained to the pillar. The woman has a tail that looks like a plant. So it's poison ivy from DC Comics.
Or it's a fruit.
Oh, no, I was.
Oh, okay. I guess what
Comics,
you're saying.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, a little too much. And the male has a tail that looks like fire. There's a joke in there somewhere about an STD, but I won't go there.
If it burns, it's bad. Okay.
So we're twisted, guys. Okay. If you have not figured that out yet, okay, I don't want to disrespect the card or the symbolism of the card and what it means. Sorry. But that was funny. Symbolism in the card, the position,
and poses of the figures.
Yes, position and poses of the figures feature parallels to the lovers of another card that we will get into eventually.
Well, no, we already did that one.
Oh, we did?
Yep, that was card number 6. So if you look at these two cards, as you can see, there is a central figure standing over the man and the woman. Really, this is light, this is dark. These are chained, these are kind of free. So yeah, that's the what
I'll say what I was going to say after we're done recording, because it would anyway. So that one is the Hierophant, the other being the devil. The horns represent a sign of uncivilized nature. Um,
Kind of the beast inside us.
yeah, untamed.
Unrefined.
Yeah. The pentagram in reverse warns against negative energy that pulls everything down with it. That kind of what that says to me is like, so you have a friend that fell in a hole. You gonna jump down and try to help him out, or are you gonna throw him a rope and pull him out? Is that's the first thing that came to my mind with that. Um,
Well, it's also an invitation to find your own grounding. Like find that
yeah.
which inside you that is grounded and basically amplify.
We'll see. The reason I thought of that other analogy is it warns against negative energy that pulls everything down with it.
Right.
And there are people in everybody's life. You have one or two, I have one or two. Our viewers and listeners have at least one or two people in their lives, yes, each, that would gladly pull you down to their misery and not allow you to pull them up to your happiness.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I got from that. So, and that's another thing. Every reader is going to have a slightly different.
Yes. Based on what they get from the card.
Yes. Which is also based off their own experiences.
Yes.
So, da, 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 da. The goat's haunches.
So his legs.
I was thinking back end, but yeah, same thing. The goat symbolizes the drives and instincts that every animal has. So follow your own instincts, but don't brand anyone as a scapegoat. I guess basically take ownership for shit.
Yes.
Don't blame others. Take ownership
right
for your own stuff. The stone plinth, what is
that's the pillar here
right under his nutsack?
I mean, yes, basically.
Okay. All right. The material, the black cube, or the Holy of Holies, which is in Jerusalem.
I think so, yeah.
Where they circle it like a couple times a year or whatever. And if you get the chance to touch it or kiss it, you're like, that's really cool. And it is beautiful. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. A symbol of unworked material and unexplored self. The chains on the card represent dependency, especially in the form of a vicious circle.
Yeah, whether
addiction.
That's addiction or a particularly toxic relationship.
Or even your freaking job.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
yes.
There's times when we work at a big box store. We've mentioned that before. There are times when it is soul draining, but there's also times when it's actually kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun more times than it's not fun when we get to work together.
Right.
But yeah, it could mean anything that is a bond, like something weighing you down.
Right.
Literally a yoke.
Yes.
Now in this image, the chains do lie loose,
right,
lay around loosely, which represents acceptance of material bonds, which I'm not sure I'm okay with. The torch represents our mission to bring light into the darkness. Yes, darkness.
Are you
I
Sean
said
Connery?
darkness. I said darkness.
I know you said darkness.
Darkness. Differentiating. Ooh, I got that right the first time. Between positive and negative. Though the devil mixes the two up at first, the devil always mixes them up, not just at first, all the time.
So there, I don't remember where I heard this, but there's a, I guess, a saying that the devil isn't going to come to you, like he's not going to bring fire and brimstone to you. He's basically going to come to you dressed as everything you ever wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what this card is alluding to, that like at first everything that's dark seems light until you finally realize that, oh no, this is not, like I'm actually in the darkness, whereas
Right.
before I was in the light.
Now, all fingers are open.
So if you look at his hand, in respect to the Hierophant card, the Hierophant was pointing up like this, whereas he has all of his fingers open.
Which equates to everything is openly visible.
Yes.
There are no secrets.
Right.
And that's the thing about the devil.
Right.
Supposedly he can't lie.
Right. And
if you ask the devil a question,
he has to answer.
He has to be
honestly.
truthfully.
Yes, truthfully.
So everything is openly visible. The tails on the man and woman equate to or represent knowledge or acknowledge that fashion. Wait, what the fuck?
Acknowledging and fashioning what remains of our primordial nature.
Such a hard time with that. Sorry, guys. All right. Now, upright, as it is right there. Sabotage and addiction.
But if you turn him upside down.
Release and liberation.
So he's a better card for you when he's reversed than he is.
My ears ringing all of a sudden. Somebody's trying to say something to me. And this is one of the reasons why I call bullshit on the reverse and all that. So anyway, yeah, you can just go with that because I lost my train of thought already. One of those moments where I had a thought and then I had another thought and it made me forget the first thought and then I forgot the second thought. So anyway.
All right, which is we love you.
Yes, we do. And this has been fun. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sure I hope you got a laugh and I hope you learned something. And more importantly, I hope that any of our videos have made you do some searching. Don't be spoon-fed everything. Do your own research, like inquire, search, read, practice, find out.
And if there's a topic that particularly interests you that you would like us to do an episode on, drop us an email at gettingwitchypodcast@gmail.com, or if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, there's a little button that says contact the show. Just click the little button, tell us what it is you'd like us to do an episode on.
Email it to the same freaking email address. You don't have to be so proper, Apple users.
Well, I don't know if it happens on the other platforms, but
I
know it happens
being
on
a smart ass because not Apple.
Yes, I know. But I love you anyway.
I love you too because, a third of your Apple phone is made by Samsung.
Anyway.
Yeah, this is some of our debates that we actually regularly have. But when I throw that out, it usually shuts it down because it's true.
Yes, but the software on my phone is better.
A third of your hardware
But the
is
software is
made
better.
by debatable. Just because Android is now, I got a new phone. Well, it's new to me. It was brand new. I cracked the seal on the box because my old phone took a shit, which happens when you throw it. But my insurance covered it. And it's basically it's a Samsung iPhone. Like it operates like an iPhone. The software. I don't have a freaking SD card slot.
Take that up with Samsung.
And I have no home button.
I have no home button. I've had no home button.
But that's Apple.
Had
Samsung has always had a home button or on the phone itself, a button you could push to take you back home. I mean, on the phone, not back home. That would be Bewitched, the TV show. And if you know what I'm talking about, I love you even more.
Star Trek or SG-1.
Anyway, guys, we love you. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. We certainly did. And get ready for the next one. It'll be soon. Enter.
Yes, enter the giveaway. Because we've got 2 people entered so far.
Just 2.
Yep.
Well, they each have a 50-50 shot.
Right.
You know what? If those are the only 2, I think we should do them.
Yep.
We should give them both. I was going to say do them both. But
no.
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 This is not that kind of show.
This is not fans.
We do not have only, even though I've suggested a feet pics only fan. Just saying. There are some freaks out there that pay money to see pictures of oily feet or wet feet. Seriously, that's crazy to me. Feet.
Okay, I was today.
I mean, your feet are cute. They're adorable even. I'm not paying $5 or $15 a month to see pictures of your feet. But motherfuckers do.
Yeah, I was today years old when I found that little bird.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Peace.
Peace out, witches. We love you.
Welcome to our chaos.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we can't wait to see you again.